Hello all. In this video we will be learning about how to draw the hypocycloid of a circle. So the problem starts like this. Draw a hypocycloid of a circle of diameter 50 mm which rolls inside a circle of diameter 180 mm for one revolution. Also draw the tangent and normal to the hypocycloid at a point of 50 mm. So what is meant by hypocycloid? Whenever I say hypocycloid, there is an larger circle. Inside a larger circle, one more circle rolls inside a larger circle, and here we are interested only to calculate one revolution. So here we are interested only to calculate one revolution. So this smaller circle is rolling approximately 4 revolutions, but we are interested only for one revolution, and we have to calculate, we have to generate the solution only for one revolution. What is the, we have to trace how it is rolling for the one revolution, we have to trace. So same question can be also asked with the another same question can be asked with another way, like a circle of 50 mm diameter rolls on inner circumference of another circle. Whenever you see the term inner, then you have to understand that it is hypocycloid. So here they are mentioning that name the curve. So so you don't get confused whether it is hypocycloid or epicycloid. So compulsory whenever you see the term inner, it should be hypocycloid only. So locus of point, complete, draw the tangent normal at 50 mm from the center of the directing circle. Okay. So you have to know the given data. The name of the curve is hypocycloid, and diameter of generating circle is 50 mm, and circumference, you have to calculate the circumference. So it varies depending on the diameter. So if the diameter is 50, you will get circumference as 157.07 based on the formula pi d. You have to pi d, you will get the formula like this. Okay. So diameter of the larger circle is 180 mm, and we have to calculate the theta. So here we have to calculate theta. The formula comes as d by d multiplied by 360. So 50 by 180, you have to get the value as 100. So for this problem, it is 100. So if the suppose the diameter is like 40, smaller diameter is 40, and larger diameter is 200, then the value will be different. Okay. So for each and every problem, you have to calculate theta based on this formula. You have to calculate, and you have to get exact angle in order to solve. So, and again we have to draw the tangent 50 mm from the center of the directing circle. We have to draw. Okay. So generating circle is nothing but the smaller circle 50 mm, and directing circle is nothing but the larger diameter is called directing circle. So this is how the sketch we have to draw in the AutoCAD. So already epicycloid has been explained. So same way we will be starting the hypocycloid. So first we have to take a circle, and we have to take the center of the circle. Okay. So based on the angle we have to draw. So take a circle. The radius comes as 25. The radius comes as 25, and here you have to go to line, and from here you have to create a polygon, and you have to divide into 12 equal parts. So go to polygon, polar array, select the object, enter, select the base point, nothing but the midpoint, then select 12 and enter. Automatically you will get all the 12 points. And as per the problem, from here it is rolling inside of a diameter. So from here to here I need to draw a length of 90. Okay. So from here I need to draw a length of 90. Okay. So you have to show the dimension, like this is 50 and this is rolling inside. So total comes as R90, and we got the angle as 100. So we have to use the formula 100, 180. This is 180. So 180 minus 100, it comes as the 80. This 80 two times we have to divide, because right side we have half of the 80, left side we have half of the 80. So total 80 by 2, 40. So I have to rotate this at an angle of 40. So select the object, use the command called rotate, select the base point, and rotate at an angle of minus 40. I am taking minus 40 because whenever it is rotating clockwise, you have to take minus. Whenever it is rotating anti-clockwise, you have to take positive. So minus 40 it will rotate. Then use the command called mirror, select the object, enter. Mirror point is exactly this one, and make sure that your ortho is on. Ortho is on, and make it and click on no. So automatically you have generated two circles between this one. And now you have to go for arc. In the arc you have to click center, start, end. So this is my center, this is my starting point, and this is my end point. Okay, then you have to use the offset command. Click offset, enter, and select the object, and then move it to the required position. Again, select the object, move it to the required position. Select the object, move it to the required position. Select the object, move it to the required position. Select the object, move it to the required position. Select the object, move it to the required position. And for center to center, you have to draw one more arc. Okay, so again, select the object, again move it to the center. From center to center, I will have, and compulsory highlight the center because the center is different from all the other curves. So select the center and change the color to red. Okay, because you have to divide this into again 12 equal parts. So now no need of this circle and no need of this polar array. So delete directly. So you'll get the object like this. And use the command called ex double enter to extend the lines. So here we are extending. So ex double enter and extend till here. Again extend. Again extend. Extend. So we have got this shape. Okay, and now we have to divide this red color line or center line into 12 equal parts. So use the command called div, enter, select the object 12 and enter. So it was divided into 12 parts. You have to give the labeling as C1, C2, C3. Then you have to start moving the circle. Select the point, move the circle to C1, and this is my first curve. So my first curve will be somewhat here. PO enter, and I have to click the point here. PO enter, and I have to click my first point because this first center is cutting my first curve. First line it is cutting. So C1, next go to C2. C2 will cut somewhere here. PO enter and cut the second line. Okay, this is my 0th line, first line, second line, third line, fourth line, and so on. Okay, so second completed, go to third. Okay, then PO enter and cut the third line. Next go to fourth, then PO enter and cut the fourth. This is the red color line. Don't click the center line, click the fourth line. Okay, then after fourth you have to go for fifth, then PO enter and cut the fifth one, then select it, move to the sixth. Exactly it will touch at the center. PO enter and exactly at the bottom of the curve it will touch. Then again move it back to your original position. Then use the command called mirror because same points are other thing, or else if you are unable to use the mirror, then continue 7th, it will cut 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So if you are uncomfortable with the mirror command, compulsory use the move the circle and generate the points. So I'm comfortable with the mirror command, so I'm selecting these 6 points, then click on mirror, then select the point. Your ortho should be compulsory on and no. So automatically this curve will be generated. Then click on draw, go to spline fit and select the curves. It will start from here. So for epicycloid, if you see the epicycloid start from the bottom to again it come to bottom, but in hypocycloid it will start from the top. So if you start from bottom, then it is wrong. So compulsory you have to start from top. So from here it will start of the ortho so that it is convenient for you to select the points. So select the points 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, select correctly 11 and 12. Okay, then use the command called end tangency and end it accordingly. What are the end tangency you have to end? the tangency. So this is the curve you have drawn. Then you have to draw the tangent and normal. So in order to draw the tangent and normal, they told that at a distance of 50 mm from the center of the directing circle. So from center of the directing circle, you have to take a radius of 50, 50 enter. So this 50 cutting at 2 points, at this point and at this point. This is cutting at this point and at this point. So better to take from this side, so it will be easy for us. So mark the point, pivot enter, and mark the point, this point, and from this circle, move this circle and keep it at the center. Okay, so it will cut somewhere here. So again pivot enter and create the point. Okay, move the circle back to your position. You got this circle and delete this circle. Okay, and delete the circle. So this is the point where we require. So now you have to draw a line passing from here to at this point. End point you have to draw. Then use the command ex double enter and extend the line. Extend, so you will get a point here, and again this point will touch to this point. This point will touch to this one. This is called our normal. This is called our normal, and right and lengthen accordingly, as per your wish. Lengthen the curve. So lengthen approximately I want 20 mm lengthen. Okay. So lengthen done. To select it, Control C and Control V, will get a object. This is normal. So if we rotate 90, it will become a tangent. So I have to click the rotate command, select the object, rotate to 90, enter. It has rotated. Select the object, move it to this one. Okay. This has been completed. So circle, I have deleted the circle. So don't delete the circle. Click from here to here, you will get a circle. Okay. So these are the things, the problem completed. Now labeling is important. Until unless you have done labeling, your problem is not completed. So go to diameter, select the curve and place it. Place that this is dia 50. Okay. Next you have to show the angle. That angle is 100 mm. So angle should be 100. It should be inside only. Don't draw it outside. It should be inside. 100 should be inside. Okay. This 100 you have to place it inside. Okay. Next you have to show that this is radius 90. You have to show that this is radius 90. From this point to this point, it is radius 90. Okay. From this point to this point, it is radius 90. We have to show that that is radius 90. So go to this one, select the object and place it as 90. So this comes as radius 90. Then this point is O. So go to text, underline text, place the object. This is O, capital letter O. This is a midpoint. We have to label it as capital letter O. Then we have to label the circle. So we have to label the circle. So Control C and Control V. So this point we have to label it as 1 or 12. You can label this as 12. Control V. Then this comes as 1. Control V. When you are zooming, make sure that there are no green color lines. Control V. 3. Control V. 4. Control V. 5. Control V. 6. Control V. 7. Control V. 8. Control V. 9. Control V. 10. Control V. 11. Okay, rename this as 12. Rename this as 1. Rename this as 2. Rename this as 3. Rename this as 4. Rename this as 5. Rename this as 6. Rename this as 7. Rename this as 8. Rename this as 9. Rename this as 10. Rename this as 11. Okay, so you have renamed this one, and we have to rename the centers. Okay, so Control C and Control V. Don't touch anywhere. Rename this as C. Rename this as capital letter C. Okay. Copy it. Control V. Rename this as C1, C2, C3. I'm giving above C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11, Control V, and C12. So we have divided this center into 12 equal parts. So here we have to type it as C1 and make it as suffix like subscript. Double click, make this as 2 subscript, make this as C3 and subscript, make this as C4 and subscript, make this as C5 and subscript, make this as C6 subscript, make this as C7 and subscript, make this as C8 and subscript, make this as C9 and subscript, make this as C10 and subscript, C11 and subscript. Then here comes our, we can write it as C12 or D. 12 or capital letter D, because we are drawing a line CD, so we can write it as C12 or CD, anything comes as. Then we have to give the labeling of this curve. This curve, no need of this curve, we can highlight this curve. Then we have to highlight these points like P1, P2, P3. We have to highlight the points. So Control C and Control V. Write it as P1. This point is P1. Control C, Control V. This point is P2. Control V. This point is P3. Control V. This point is P4. Control V. This point is P5. Control V. This point is P6. Control V. This point is P7. Control V. P8. this is P11, control V, this end point is P12. Better to reduce the text height to 2 or 3. I given 5, you can make it as 2 or 3. And this is 2, P1 subscript, P3 and subscript, P4 and subscript, P5 and subscript, P6 and subscript, P7 and subscript, P8 and subscript, P9 and subscript, so P10 and subscript, P11 and subscript, P12 and subscript. Okay, so we are given all the points. Then we have to give for the tangent and normal, we have to give the values like which is tangent, which is normal, and what is the radius we have to take. So from here to here you will get a distance of 25 because the circle diameter is 50. Here to here we'll get a 25. Compressor show it as radius 25. So double click it and make it as R25. So it should be like R25. And I'm copying this Control C and Control V. So this is like N dash. This is like N, Control V. This is like T and Control V. This is like T dash. Control Z, Control V. Make it as T dash. Okay. So this I need to rename it as N dash. This I have to rename it as N. And this I need to rename it as T. And this I need to rename it as T dash. Okay. And we need to locate these points also. So this point will be named as M, and this point will be named as X. So Control C and Control V. So this point will be renamed as M. Control V. This point will be renamed as X. So here we have to rename the value. Rename the value as X. And here we have to rename this point, that point as M. So then you have to highlight the, you have to give the labeling as which is directing circle and which is this one. So and go to leader and add, okay, add, this is your directing circle, this is your generating circle, this is your generating circle, and this is your directing circle radius. Okay, D I R E C T I N G, directing circle, and this one is your tangent. Here you have to write it as TNGT, tangent. If it is overlapping, then we can reduce. Okay. Make sure that it is not overlapping. So it is tangent, then you have to show the normal. Here I can show the normal. So this is my normal line. I'll write this name as normal. So tangent normal we got. Okay, so yes, I want to save. Then you have to highlight. So this is my directing circle, this is my generating circle, this is my directing circle, this is my tangent, and this is my normal. Whatever you have wrote you have to highlight. So again, right click, go to properties, in the line weight change the line weight and click OK. If you are unable to see the line weight, make sure that this line weight display is on. Every time line weight display should be on, then you can see. Okay, so this is a sketch what it is required to get the full marks for 10 full marks to complete the hypercycler. So thank you all.